nothing. Oh dear. There we go. There goes bloody nothing. Must have shut this down in a hurry, I think, last time. There's a few bits and pieces not right. You get that. Hey, any secret squirrel people there? And g'day, everyone just joined us. Just having a quiet fly while we're chatting here. Hey, Touchy, how's it going? We're just trying to entertain everyone while we're trying to fly a plane here. So sit back, relax, ask us any questions you like, whether they can be about the simulator or anything you want. We're here to help. We're here probably for the next few hours with a bit of a 1 hour gap. Yeah, it does seem a bit more expensive. Hey, Dak. Okay, no worries. Happy landings, Dak. Okay, I must get this puppy set up. YBBN. Sunny downtown Brisbane. Don't think we've got any controllers online, so I think we're planning, let me just check this, we're planning for a 1-9er left departure. Pretty sure I'm right there. Yeah, that looks the most convenient as far as I'm concerned, even where we're parked. So we're going to go 1-9er left, and it's going to be all right. Phone now. Hang on, I'll just see if we can change that view. There you go. See a bit more stuff there in that view. There's the map. There we are, sitting there in Brisbane. We get to that view. Okie dokie. There's that. That's just going to be a Brisbane 4, which ordinarily we would be vectored. But flight 320, transition altitude 10,000, reserves 1.2. Good to see you flying on VATSIM, Dak, I might add. That's 5 for takeoff. Boom, boom, boom. May as well set them now while I think of it. Pre-flight complete, so that's enough fun in that area. I'll just go to the back camera now. And we will squawk mode Charlie. Might just press that for what it's worth. We're nearly ready to push. Just checking there's no air traffic controller still, so yeah, that's done. Auto brakes. Come on, RTO. Oof. That's the auto throttles on, the flight director's on. Fuel pumps can go on, packs off. Starting engine 2. Whoa, we got company. Incoming wounded. Hang on, I think I'm being driven around. And I push back. Thanks, Grant. Put money on it, that's Grant. Put fuel into that engine before it flames out. Yeah, uncontrolled airspace. Well, I'm in uncontrolled airspace now. We're in Brisbane. On an event where Sydney and Melbourne are usually lit up like Christmas trees. But yeah. Anyway, that was very brave, Dak. Very brave. Starting engine 1. When Karen tells you can. Put some fuel into that. Yaw damper on. Just do a quick recall and cancel. Air conditioning. I'll worry about that in a minute, I think. Stop here. Go. Start switch is continuous. Flaps are set. I think we're sort of right to. Engine generators on. APU bleed off. APU off. Yes, I'm pretty sure that would have been Grant. Just taxied around past the window, probably to watch himself on the feed. That'd be my guess. Was that you, Grant? I'm assuming it must have been. Bet it was. Airport, close that. Buzzword exit, which makes total sense. It's like follow that cab. It was just, yes. Oh, good. Well, in that case, I'll just do follow that cab. I'll go back to watching the chat on the feed then. Yeah, hi everyone that's just joined us. Yeah. Oh, a new follower, new subscriber even. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, we're here about this time every week and then a couple of times during the week, depending on how much fuel we've got. Yeah. So we're just following this dude. We're on the ground in Brisbane. I'll just quickly show you a map. There you go. There's a map. Here's one. Here's one I created earlier. So that's a map. That's what a map looks like. I'll be asking questions later. So yeah, in essence, we're sitting in a 737-800, and hoping we can move this thing from Brisbane to Sydney in the next hour or so. Cabin is ready. Doesn't mean we are. You might well be ready back there sipping your bloody Chardonnays and what have you. Stop calling me Shirley. Hey, thanks for the subscribe too. Oh gee, that's a hard one to pronounce. Hang on. Hang on. It's like no less with X's all through it. Is that what that sort of is? Interesting name. Like no less, but lots of X's. Kiss, no kiss, less kiss. Hey, William. G'day, mate. Yeah. Well, are you doing any controlling today? Good to see you watching the feed. Hey, William, I got some news for you too. I might be asking you a small favour. My son, the guy who's actually in the wheelchair, quadriplegic, is toying with the idea of doing some controlling. So he's never had anything to do with it before, but he's pretty keen to give it a go. I think he thought it would just be, I'll just log on as a controller and do it, but I've explained to him there's a little bit more to it than just doing that. He's still keen. I think he joined VATSIM over the weekend, and so I'm hoping to get him tower rated before the event in June, which would be awesome. 30 or 40 minutes. What, are you going to be Sydney Tower, William? I'm hoping so. Or Sydney something. Yes, in Sydney, on Sydney in 30, 40 minutes. Okay, well 30, 40 minutes is about good timing if we're just out of Brisbane. Awesome. It's very quiet in Brisbane at the moment, but that's alright. I'm just going to hold short here and let my little mate Grant get out of the way and avoid his wake turbulence, and set my heading to the runway. Sydney approach. Perfect. We'll be talking to you soon, William. That's awesome. So just going to crank that puppy around so that at least we're on that runway heading. Yeah, probably be a good idea if I actually... Then now would be a good time to do what I should have done earlier and put the bloody full route in. So we're basically BN, which is probably going to be rubbish. So I'm going to go Corky. See, someone should invent checklists for these bloody planes. It's so much easier. H12 Boree. Probably should almost know this. E-O. Double A. That's 5, all that stuff. It's funny how, the systems quite happily come up and say to you, pre-flight complete, when you actually haven't put the route in. I don't think he would get his controller rating in time. No, I don't think so either. Because he needs 50 hours on the network with 20 hours observing, included the 50 also. Yeah, I know. I did say to him it would have been a much smarter idea to have had this idea 2 months ago. But yeah, I wondered about that, because I know you've got to have a lot of observer hours and all the rest of it, and you're not going to get rated in time. I agree. But anyway, we've got him. He's applied for his VATSIM ID, and I think he's fairly determined to do it. And hopefully we do this event every year after this inaugural one. Okie dokie. 19 left, eh? Left, right, out. So, landing lights on. Forgot to lock the passengers up. That would have been a good idea. So you put your seatbelts on. So the flight attendant was lying when she said the cabin was ready. Okay. We've got two stable engines, one unstable pilot, 80 knots, thrust set. V1. We are out of here. We have a positive rate of climb. Landing gears going up. Flaps 1. nose down. These things, engines are that good that when they're flat out like this, if you just left it to its own devices, it'd do a backflip. At this stage of flight, you've got to keep the nose down. They're sort of fighting with the engine, with the aircraft's desire to go flip over its back. Oh, there's a bit of traffic around. Smoking in the lavatories is strictly prohibited. Smoking in the boys' room. Yeah, smoking in the boys' room. Teacher, don't you kill me. Up with your rules. 'Cause everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school. Yeah, I'll gift a subscription to anyone who can tell me who sang that song and what year it came out. Flaps up. In any event, William, it'd be, I'm not putting you under the pump to do it, but it'd be good to have someone mentor him a bit if needs be, or someone he could call on. If you're available or can do that sort of thing, that'd be awesome. Obviously, I'm no help. Barely know how to fly a plane, let alone bloody control. Trying to get to 32,000 feet here. Bloody hell. Did you just Google that, or did you know that, Dak? Bloody smoking in the boys' room, Brownsville Station. Oh, I'll have to gift a sub to you, Dak, at some point when I figure out how. Yeah, absolutely. Not too many people would know that. Good song. Top song. Yeah, Brownsville Station, eh? What a band back in the day. Bang on. Wow, wealth of information on this chat. You can ask these people anything. Let the punters out. Yeah, 1973. Very good. Did you know that, or you just quick on the Google? Aren't you just the fastest Google in the West? Actually, there was an album, literally an album, called Smoking in the Boys' Room. And, well, there was a guy I went to school with. Now, let me think, giving things away here, but I left school in 1977. And a couple of years, so say 1980, I met up with him, and he was happy then in 1980 to pay $400 or $500 for a copy, an original copy of Smoking in the Boys' Room, the album, because apparently it was rare as hen's teeth, and back in the day we didn't think to look at Alta Vista to search for them. But yeah, amazing. Smoking in the Boys' Room. What a great song. Do some Googling here myself, Tank. Yeah, so as I said, chat away amongst yourself. But gee, that's quick on the draw getting that, especially with my singing. Could have been Happy Birthday. Smoking in the Boys' Room. Motley Crue did it. That'd be right. I never realised they did it. Yeah, Brownsville Station. I don't know if that's the album. There you go.
How you doing out there? You ever seem to have one of those days where it just seems like everybody's getting on your case, from your teacher all the way down to your best girlfriend? Well, you know, I used to have them just about all the time, but I found a way to get out of it. Let me tell you about it. Sitting in the classroom thinking it's a drag. Listening to the teacher, it just ain't my bag. New bells ring, you know that's my cue. I'm gonna meet the boys on floor number 2. Smoking in the boys' room. Smoking in the boys' room.
What a song.
Teacher, don't you feel me? Up with your rules. But everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school.
What a song.
Checking out the halls, making sure the coast is clear. Looking in the stalls, no, there ain't nobody here. My buddy Fang and me and Paul. To get caught would surely be the death of us all. Smoking in the boys' room. Yeah! Smoking in the boys' room. Nah, teacher, don't you feel me? Up with your rules. Everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school.
What a band. Even the solo doesn't have much of a solo.
Well, put it to work in the school bookstore. Checkout counter and I got bored. Teacher was looking for me all around. 2 hours later, you know what I was found? Smoking in the boys' room. Yes, indeed, I was smoking in the boys' room. Now, teacher, don't you feel me? Up with your rules. Everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school. One more. Smoking in the boys' room.
Bloody awesome. I'm fully aware of the rules. And a classic ending. Dearie me, I can see my little band playing that soon. Seriously can see us giving that a crack. One of my other little hobbies. Play drums. Play drums in a band that would probably nail that song actually. We'll definitely give that a crack. Plus Motley Crue did it, so the singer in our band at the moment was a bit of a Motley Crue devotee, and I never realised that Motley Crue covered that song, so I think I'm going to push that one over the line with the old band, because I'm into it. I've just never heard the Motley Crue version. Does anyone know the Motley Crue version of that? Is it worth listening? Is it better than the original? I don't know. If you a lot of songs, if you know the original, you very rarely do you enjoy the cover version. You know, very rarely do they do a cover version better than the original, I reckon. There you go, out of Brisbane, we're way past the Gold Coast. It's funny how far inland you go when you do this trip. You know, mentally you think, oh, from Brisbane to Sydney, you're just going down the coast, but the coast actually bulges out so far, you're kind of going quite inland. Gotta keep my eye on, I keep turning around because I'm trying to keep my eye on what controllers may or may not be on. And I'm too technically challenged to do it any other way than turn around and look at the screen behind me. tell you what, if there's any, I know a lot of people watching the feed aren't necessarily local to where I live and that, but if there's any locals watching that would like to join in the fun here on a Monday night or a Monday afternoon, indeed, give us a shout out on the old Facebook or whatever, and yeah, and we'll arrange it. We're in Caves Beach, if that helps anyone watching. Yeah. Brownsville Station, eh? I just reminded Dave that the feed's on. He would have loved Brownsville Station, I reckon, back in the day. It would have been right up his alley. I just can't believe, Dak, you knew that. Incredible. Oh, don't, unless they, gee, I wouldn't know. Were they Canadian? Ah, maybe. Station, rock band. Here we go. An American rock band from Michigan. Okay, well that answers that. Popular in the 70s. Original members: Cub Coda, Tony Driggins, H. Bomb Wack, the Martian Boogie, Lightning Bar Blues. Might explore some of these other songs. That could be good. Lightning Bar Blues sounds good. Discography, let's see. See, this doesn't say that there was a... see, Brownsville Station. Maybe it was maybe the album was called Brownsville Station. Hard to get. That's the album. Singles. Yes, mate, in the boys' room, 1973. You nailed it. Just checking. Is it really? Oh, of course, Dakota, of course. Oh, well, that makes sense. And that's probably what he's done. You know, chop the front off the name instead of the back off the name. You know, yeah, it makes sense. So maybe I was lying to you when because I'm going back 1977 when I went to school. Yeah, about 1980. It's a while ago, 40-something years ago. So maybe it's the album Brownsville Station by Brownsville Station that he was after, because that didn't even chart in the States, and maybe that's actually what he was after. Sydney Approach Online. Good work, William. Good timing. Thanks for the reminder, Karen, but we're 242 mile from top of descent. A bit premature there, Karen. Karen's clearly off her bloody meds again. I just reminded my friend Dave that that the feed was on, you might want to watch. And he's way out west where the rain don't fall at the moment. I think, where did he say? Lightning Ridge. He's in Lightning Ridge, which is very western New South Wales. Dusty, dry place, but full of opals. Where all the probably the best opals in the world come from. You gifted us. Oh, you're gifting subs all over the place. Dak, you're a good man. That Grant 1964 is the plane in front of me. Oh, thank you very much again, Dak. You're a good man. New subscriber. And so he should be. And Brune Lee. Welcome aboard, Brune Lee. I like Brune Lee. Yeah, so my mate Dave's down in, I was going to say Coober Pedy. I don't know why I want to say Coober Pedy. Lightning Ridge. I reckon people in Lightning Ridge have gone out there just as tourists, because it very rarely rains, and it's an opal mining town. That's why it's there. And people have gone out there after rain, been walking down the main street, which, you know, back in the day was dirt, and found opals just uncovered because the dirt's washed off the top of them. Just picked them up in the street and gone, shit, I think that might be something, and retired on it. Oh, that's very nice of you, Dak. Seriously. Awesome. And here I'm going to gift you one for getting bloody smoking in the boys' room right. I have to work something else out for you, Dak. That sort of loyalty doesn't come every day. Well, if you ever come to this part of the world, we'll work something out, that's for fucking sure. Let's get rid of this. Someone, I saw a post the other day, said if you reverse the letters in COVID, you know, it becomes Devoc, and which leads you to what Devoc is going on. Simride, oh, mate, it's yours. Yeah. Pick a couple of airports, it's yours to have a play with for sure. Get a sim ride in a case of what would you drink? Do you drink, Dak, I might ask? I mean, you always see me sitting here drinking beer, but it's not the only thing I drink. It's just more convenient in the sim to drink beer. I don't know how these real world pilots do it. You know, sitting there sipping on coffee and orange juice and shit. I'm totally with Denzel Washington, really. I mean, he had the right idea. Totally had the right idea, that guy. And that's flying a plane 101, that. Anyway, Dave's just texted me back. I said, you might want to watch the feed, and he just, he texted me because he's out in nowhere land, Opal land, in Lightning Ridge, and he texted me back 3 words: fuck all data. You know, meaning, I think what he means is not a lot of dicks on his phone, sort of thing. So he texted me, fuck all data, and I wrote back to him and said, I don't like all that much data myself. Ah, you're into like stout type stuff, like a stout sort of beer, like the Guinness sort of darker beer. I've always felt like that darker sort of beer. I mean, pale ale has become like really trendy here anyway in recent times. But that darker beer, like, I don't mind it, But I feel like it's like dinner in a glass. You know, it just feels like, uh, yeah, right. It's like the old joke about steak in a can, but it just feels like an entire huge, roast meal in a glass somehow. It's not something I can sort of sit around and party for 5 hours with, or 10 hours. Like it's just too heavy for me somehow. Maybe it's a psychological thing. Maybe I get, if it was the only beer on earth, I'd probably get used to it like the next hour or two. It's like, are we there yet? We normally do a fairly short flight for this, 4 o'clock our time flight on a milk run. Um, yeah, so, but today I thought, oh, I'll pick something slightly longer, capital city to capital city, and almost regretting it. We'd be in Sydney normally by now, or we'd be sort of very close to arriving somewhere by now. But in recent times, I mean, historically, we've always done the capital city to capital city somewhere, but, which is a nice segue to the event. It's coming up. Oh, look at that! That automatic thing's already popped up. Yeah, right. And what German beer might that be? Actually, travelled to have drank a bit of beer in Germany. I've drunk a bit of beer in Germany, France, Europe, all over Europe. Italy, Spain. That's easy for you to say. Because it must be a big label. Must be a big label on that bottle, Dad. I'm just going to go to my local bottle shop app on my phone and see if I can find anything like it. So that's AECHT, isn't it? I'll start with that and see what happens. No results found, straight up. Smoked dark beer. It smells like campfire. It tastes a bit like bacon. Oh, wow. It's sort of like I was saying about the meal. It's like you've just had a cookout. Nah, got nothing like it. There's an urban alley brewery, Flight Delay Pilsner. Do you believe that? Flight Delay Pilsner. Should get some of that. Smells like a campfire and tastes like bacon. That sounds like the lyrics to a good song. A country song. I can hear it in a country song. It'd be talking about the girl he just met. Can't you see that what you've just written there in the lyrics of a country song? she she smells like a campfire and tastes like bacon. Oh dear! Stop it, Tony. Stop it, Tony. You're making me laugh. You got skin tight blue jeans. Rolled up in an old Cadillac. Standing over by the jukebox. And them big blue eyes. Smells like a campfire and tastes a bit like bacon. The sweetest hand I'd ever held. 4 aces and a king. expect 3-4 right. Expecting 3-4 right. Thank you, William. It's good having the controllers on the inside. Sydney Ayers. And I probably don't even need to look at it, do I? Now the controller just told me what's going on. 1, 2, 4. Decimal 4. Have it again. Just duck out, have a quick shower, grab a couple more cans of iced coffee. Be right back. Yeah, Paul. Good one, Grant. The good old days, eh? Pause at top of his cent. Hang on, I'll just tick that. I'll just tick that and go to bed. The old 747 days with a joystick on the coffee table. Yeah, what was PMDG 747? That joystick now seems so distant when you're sitting here. Go on, look at that bloody disco lights. That's better. Just setting up the panic cam for later. Panic cam. Excuse me. Appearing bloody. What's the word? Who's the guy? You know, the own reflection, blah blah blah. Who's that dude? Not Oedipus. I keep thinking Oedipus. Come on, someone must know. Oedipus. You know, the reflection dude. Who am I thinking of? You know, loved himself. Come on. Can't think of his name. Doesn't matter. Anyway, later tonight, I'm going to have a topic that is something that's been bugging me for ages. So when we do the 7 o'clock flight, I'm going to put a topic out there for a discussion. Not going to do it now. We haven't got enough time left now. I've got to sort of concentrate on what I'm doing in a minute. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting topic. It'll probably take the entire flight to sort out a couple of answers. Oh, it's still 1:39 from top of descent, so, you know, feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I could tell the pause at top of descent story, I suppose, Grant, couldn't I? Hang on. Are you even on that secret squirrel frequency, Grant? If you are, you could be chatting.
Yeah, I am now.
Aha, so now I know how long the lag is.
No, I heard you ask if I was on the frequency.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had to go and change from tower frequency to the secret squirrel. So now you know how long it takes me to listen to you, change it, and then talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got it. Anyway, I'm trying something slightly different today, just to see how we go. But when we do these feeds normally, we, they ask you to pick a game sort of thing, that you get like a category for the feed. So I've always had it prepared 3D or FSX.
Okay.
So today, I thought just going to change it because we do chat a bit, and it's sort of, it's not the world's best feed, but it's interesting enough. So I've picked the category for this feed, and probably the one later, to be just chatting. Got nothing to do with aviation or FSX or P3D or anything else. It's just chatting category to see if we pick up a few more viewers like that.
That's interesting because when I first saw you came on, it came up as Golf Romeo 516 just chatting, and I thought, oh, okay, maybe you haven't changed it to FSX yet.
No, it's not that I haven't changed it. It's that I have changed it, because I'm thinking there's plenty of people just jump on Twitch and just browse around and go, oh yeah, I might just see what's going on there. And
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
yeah, and then you never know your luck. Like, you can just keep preaching to the same people all the time in the same category. Maybe it's sort of a bit overload. And you might just pick up a couple of people that just go, oh wow, that was fun. Well, that was different,
I've got a complaint. I think this is bloody favouritism. William gave you an expect 3-4 right. He's given me nothing.
Well, he can't give you anything.
He could have sent it in a text statement to the feed.
Oh yeah, true enough. Did you realise that Dak just paid for your subscription too? Just subscribed for you.
Yeah, I saw that. I still don't understand subscriptions. I got to be honest with you.
Okay, well he just subscribed to the feed on your behalf, so he just he paid money to gift to you a subscription to the feed.
And what does that give me that I didn't have before? Explain that to me.
Well, if I do, there's a few bits and pieces that come with that. You should actually be able to now put up I know you're going to love this, like an emoji with my head on it. In a pirate hat.
I'm not sure how to answer that.
I just deleted the next thing I thought of from my head.
Was it your emoji?
Something like that. I didn't want to say it because I've also turned off the warning about adult content.
Woohoo!
But yeah, that is like dead set. It's worth a thanks a lot, Dak, for that. Like, I was gonna bloody gift him I was gonna gift him a sub, for winning the Brownsville Station 1973 competition.
Yes, I heard that, and I saw him post the answer, and I went, "Oh, he beat me." I was going to say Motley Crue, but okay, he wins.
Yeah, well, see, I wasn't even aware that Motley Crue had done it. So I'd be interested to hear that. I just didn't want to play it back to back.
I didn't know Motley Crue covered it. I thought it was their song.
Oh no. Oh right. Now Dak's saying also subscribers don't get ads. You know, if you're watching the feed normally, if you see ads, subscribers don't get ads.
Oh, okay. Then I thank you very much, Dak.
Yeah, well actually that's a very good point. It's a huge point actually. It's the way all this was always going to go, isn't it? Like YouTube and all these video things that were obviously for free, like pay TV and all those things. We thought, oh, this is just great. It's better than radio, better than TV. You don't get any ads. And then the ads creep into it. And you think, oh, bloody hell, what's this going on here? And then we get this concept of paying to not see the ads.
Well, originally my first Foxtel subscription, the reason we got it was because there weren't any ads, and that's how they advertised it. No ads. Watch a movie without ads.
That's right. Yep, 100% right. Yeah. And then slowly they realise that they're not getting any
now
revenue.
I've got to tape movies so I can fast forward through the ads.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, but then of course then they realise they're not getting any revenue apart from you subscribing to your Foxtel channel or whatever. Then they realise there's no money in that, and the television stations had it right the first time.
Yeah, pay the subscription to not get ads. However, I actually see more ads on YouTube, which I now watch on the TV. So, and I can't fast forward through them.
Yeah, that's the next trick. You know, you get the little yellow line that says, we're in control now, get stuffed.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, like you say to your missus, who's got the remote? You say, oh, fucking YouTube has.
Exactly. Welcome to the 21st century, where your TV controls you.
Yeah, welcome to 1984.
Version 2.
Now, Dak, I just want to ask, I know you're saying subscribers, but someone who must have subscribed could actually send that little emoji, my little bloody pirate head. And I think it might have been you or someone did the other day, and I thought, shit, I went to all the trouble of making that months ago, and then someone now was able to use it. I don't even know how this shit works myself. Like, that emoji thing, I think you've got to be a subscriber to be able to use it. You know, that's sort of my understanding. I have a limited understanding of it myself. You know, I was trying to raise money for charity, not bloody, you know, like all this subscriber stuff, I just pull it all out and throw it back into the tin anyhow. Which actually reminds me, I actually just want to check something. Oh, that is correct. So Grant could now put my head on his chat somehow. If he knew how, if he had a brain. If he knew how to do it, he could do it. Now forgive me, but I'm going to donate to this charity now. Because I tried it the other day, and I dead set had trouble doing it. Like it. wanted to make sure that it was my problem and not a problem with the whole donate thing. Let's do this. And use your remote on any Twitch channel. Ah, right, I get it. Okay, thank you again. Glad you're around, Dak. Fair income. Ah, I get you. I should make you an admin on this friggin' thing, Dak, and let you run it. Now that's funny, I can't even go to my own website now.
Alright, I'm coming up on top of the descent, so I better go and talk to our little mate here.
William. No worries, mate. See you on the ground.
Absolutely.
That's because we're heading up to 260 as well.
Genix, Christian, Cossack 225 should be fine. Cancel
Right,
speed restrictions below 10,000.
Roger, speed restrictions cancelled below 10,000, Cossack 225.
Sydney, approach Red 1123 with you.
Red 1123, Sydney approach, hello, step one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I wondered how you got those autopilot things. So did you pick them up from someone else? Is that how that worked? Right.
Red 1123, call me 15 miles from Boree.
Okay, now I'm starting to understand. So you want to have emotes
15 for Boree, 1123.
that people actually might want to rip off, actually might want to own. Yeah, get it now. Yeah, you could almost hear the penny drop then. Old autopilot. Got a lot of laughs out of that t-shirt recently, I might add. The old autopilot t-shirt. You know, walked into like the chemist today and stuff, you know. You go, I just want these things, and she looks at the shirt and goes, but doesn't want to. Almost, they don't want to acknowledge what they were recognising about it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. I've got you about the gifted a sub to a different channel and picked up the emote from there. Got ya. Whole new world. The only trouble with all this stuff is there's money floating around in it, and you know, there's not a real lot of productivity going on. That goes with it, you know. Working hard to build an image, like an emote that's the right size, and everything to be used, and all that. Where does that get you? Probably more important to know how to build a log cabin. Probably much more important to know how to nurse a chicken back to health. I reckon it's going to be a Boree something. Hey, Miles, how you going? Gee, you missed the question of the century earlier. Dax on here just been explaining how all this streaming stuff works to me. Been doing it for a while, but I don't pay a lot of attention, as you know. Are you flying tonight? Are you going to be flying in the milk run tonight? Smiley, you listening to me? You going to be flying in the milk run later? Oh, I certainly hope so. Yeah, everything's... Most things are good with me, as always. Try and keep a positive attitude. Is there a milk run tonight? Well, I believe so. Why is it looking quiet on the ground there? It's looking quiet in the air. Well, there will be if you're there, mate. That's how I see it. Just setting up for 3-4 right. Alright, Nabori 3 Alpha. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm banking on. Yeah, I think there's a milk run every Monday. Yeah.
Sydney approach for 11:23.
There you go.
Thank you.
I think there's a milk run every Monday, regardless of what else is going on. Pretty sure.
Red 11.
There is if people turn up.
4260.
Pardon me. Probably not. Well, you're going to get some bloody Australian scenery loaded. You've got about 3.5 weeks to do it.
Red 1123. Thanks. Identified star clearance is a Bori 3 Alpha arrival runway 34 right. DZ 10,000. Sydney Inflation Echo QNH 1028.
Holy moly, you got all that, Grant?
Bori 3 Alpha runway 34 right, QNH 1028 and descending to 10,000 feet. 11:23.
There you go. Close enough. Was it 1028? 3-4 right. Bori 3 Alpha. B3 Alpha. 10k. There you go, bloody shorthand. Glad I did that course. No Australian scenery. You don't need.
225. Contact Melbourne.
You don't need the Australian scenery loaded. Seriously, Miles. Just you all you need to know is there's a runway there somewhere.
Contact 225.
Whole sim. Most flying here recently. Oh yeah, it's got to be set up for that. Like I said to you the other week, you just got to tell the little woman that, unfortunately, simming and fundraising for charity comes ahead of some other things. Yes, yeah, I know what you mean. We were just reminiscing earlier. Grant and I were just reminiscing about the old days when literally, I had a computer sitting next to our TV and our coffee table sat in front of the TV. I had a joystick sitting on that coffee table. I would sit on the floor with my back against the front of edge of the lounge and fly PMDG 747. While I was building this was up in a shed, but my flying on VATSIM was this 747 with a joystick on the coffee table, you know. And I remember Grant made a comment here earlier about pause at top of descent, because many years ago, so it must have been about 2011, 10 years ago, easy. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been 2011, I think, when I was doing that, started building this. Yeah, literally, I'd only been on VATSIM for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, I suppose. But I basically would set up this 747, do these long haul flights, like crazy long haul, you know, crazy hours and hours and hours in the cruise. And then I realised that in FSX you could tick this button, this checkbox that said pause at top of descent. So I set these flights up, go from Melbourne to Hawaii, say, and I'd just tick the button, pause the top of descent and go to bed and leave myself on VATSIM, leave myself online. Tick, pause the top
Red
descent.
1123, descend by star 6000.
Not a problem in the world.
6,000, 1123.
And of course, at the time, because I was still setting the sim computer up, blah blah blah. Long story short, 3 nights in a row, I just jumped up in the morning, unpaused it at top of descent, landed the plane, turned the computer off, blah blah blah. But for a few days, I had no emails. And anyway, when I got my emails going again, there were half a dozen emails about from supervisors, VATSIM supervisors, who had seen what I was doing, seen me pause the top descent, given me the 3 or 4 warnings that you shouldn't be doing this, and then this escalated to, this is the 3rd day you've done this in a row, blah blah blah. Anyway, I think I got kicked off for like 2 weeks or something. It was like they'd never met such a recalcitrant mongrel on the network before. Because clearly I just ignored supervisors 3 days running. And the really funny thing was that a mate of mine, his name was Matt. He's been very, very active, with VATSIM and VATPAC and blah blah blah. Owns a 747 sim, blah blah blah. The last email I read, he said, "No, my name is Matt. Or it's Matt here. Must have been it's Matt here. You've been a recalcitrant mongrel, blah blah blah. VATSIM this, VATSIM that. I'm not sure what sort of punishment we should deal out to you. Paraphrasing all this, of course. So I wrote back to this guy, thinking that it was the Matt that I knew. Like honestly believing that this Matt I was talking to was a guy I knew. And flown his sim and flown in World Flight with him and in 2010 and all that. So I wrote back to him going, I've written back to him with that in mind and going, yeah mate, come on, cut us some slack here. Only sort of kidding around, it didn't do any harm, but I don't think he ever wrote back to me, this guy, because it was years later I realised it wasn't him. This guy just couldn't believe, what a jerk I was, I don't think. I think that's really where we're at. Yeah, Sydney approach, Golf Romeo 516, leaving flight level 320 for 10,000. Ish. Come on.
Golf Romeo 516, Sydney approach, good afternoon, squawk 3753.
Squawk 3753, 516.
Red 1123, descend by the star to 4000.
Down to 4,000, 1123.
Golf Romeo 516, thanks. Identified star clearance 4E3 Alpha arrival runway 34 right. Descent at 10,000. Sydney flashing the Foxtrot now current QNH 1027.
We're cleared 3-4 right, Abori 3 Alpha arrival, QNH 1027, Foxtrot's current, and when ready 10,000, 516.
Golf Romeo 516, native, just confirm it, descent down to float, descent down to 10,000.
We're on our way 10,000, 516.
516.
Oh, panic cam. What could possibly go right? Wrong. Oh yeah, Williams on approach.
QFA 586 climbing through 2,000 feet.
Ah, there you go. That's it, Dak.
Qantas 586 departures, hello, identified. Climb
Leaving
right,
3204. Flight level 3204.
Sydney.
Yeah, that's it.
Just please get a read back on that altitude.
There you go, Grant. You should be able to produce that stupid emote
Flight is Sid 280, Qantas 586. Thank
of
you.
me in the pirate hat.
FedEx 7405, contact Melbourne Centre 125 decimal 0.
125.0, JetX 7405.
See how high I am, how low I am on profile, really. Should be higher according to that. But it's thinking Boree should be 15,000. Do that, we'll fix that profile quick smart. Now we're high. Go 1, 2, 0, woof. Slash 1, 0, 0, woof. Slash 8, 0, 0, 0, woof. That should sort that little profile thing out, shouldn't it?
Red 1123, descend via the star 3000.
Via the star 3000, 1123.
When you descend via the star, makes no difference. Smoking in the boys' room. What a song. Going to suggest it to that guitarist now.
All stations, Sydney Fashion, Foxtrot current wind 050 degrees, 5 knots, clouds view 2000, scattered 3800, temperature 17 for QNH 1027, Sydney Fashion Foxtrot.
Is Motley Crue a K or a C? It's a K, isn't it? Oh, it's C. But they put those umlauts on it for some bloody reason. Wrong. Descent.
Red 1123, from Jacqueline, fly heading 155.
Descent. Page.
From Jacqueline, right 155. Sorry.
Crew, yeah, it's a C.
155,
Thank you.
23.
Alpha Romeo 516, descend via star 8000.
Descend via the star 8516. Yeah, that's good. Let's start setting some plane stuff up. Okay, so there you go. Flaps 30 for landing. The ILS frequency 1090.3. Inbound course 335. Laughing. Punters locked up. Start switch is continuous. Yeah, crew with the little umlauts over the U in crew and over the O in Motley. Looks like some severe weather, like thunderstorms and shit in Sydney, is there? Or was that you landing, Grant? That might have been Grant's landing I just saw.
Red 11,
Light up the sky there.
And maintain 2,000.
Descend and maintain 2,000.
Oh, no. No, he hasn't hit the ground yet, so couldn't have been that. Oh, we could actually show Grant's landing, couldn't we? Really clever. Oh, God. Too hard. Thank you, QNH1027. Thank you, Dak. Yes. New view and traffic. No, can't find him. Oh, well. Okay, so we're back to standard. Off standard, I mean.
Red 1123, turn right, heading 245.
Right, 245, 1123.
Golf 5 and 6 descend, 5 a star 6,000.
5 the star, 6,000, 516. Good timing. Perfect timing, William.
Departure select, Jetstar 521, climbing 5,000.
Jetstar 521, departures, hello, identified, cancel the SID, turn right, track direct to Wollongong, climb flight level 280.
Cancel set, right, direct, Wollongong, climb to level 280, Jetstar 521.
Yeah, look, yeah, I just read your comment there, Smiley. Like, they're all doing the best they can for the most part. I know years ago, 2014, how many years ago is that? 8 years ago or something. I attended and spoke at VATSIM conference in Vienna, and a lot of this stuff came up. And at the time, they were really calling out for VATSIM supervisors, and I thought, oh, geez, I'm not even qualified as a tower controller or anything, how am I going to be a supervisor? And I said, oh, don't need any qualifications at all to be a supervisor. That's how it was then. I don't know how it is now, but you could jump online and survey what was going on, and if you found someone like me at top of descent, all you had to do as a supervisor was just keep an eye on the network and make sure everything was going smoothly and report it back to someone else. The SUP position at the time, I don't know how it is now, but the SUP position at the time.
Red 1123, 3 miles from Endiv, turn right, heading 305, maintain 2,000 to establish, cleared ILS approach, runway 34 right, report established.
Yeah, the supervisor's sort of position at the time was
established, maintaining 2,000 feet.
you just had to put your hand up and you could be a supervisor.
Jetstar 521,
But,
high speed
so the
5,000.
I don't mean this in a derogatory way either, but they're sort of like a toothless tiger.
Qantas 586, contact Melbourne Centre 125 decimal 0.
They're just monitoring what's going on, and they know what should go on. They've got that sort of handle on everything, but yeah.
Red 1123, turn left heading 2905.
Left 295, 1120.
Golf 5 descend via start at 5,000 feet.
Descend via the star 5,000, 516.
Red 1123, from that heading, cleared ILS, intercept localizer, runway 34 right, cleared ILS approach.
Intercept the localizer, cleared 34 right, 1123.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, this whole VATSIM network is absolutely gold, you know, and like, I'm very, very reluctant to say a bad word about it because it's been solid as a rock for so long. No one's ever monetised it or, you know, corrupted it in any way. Their standards of training and everything are high. Like, yeah, I think hard to argue with how good the whole thing is.
Red 1123, report established.
1123 is established. 3-4 right.
1123, thanks. 10.5 miles to run. Contact to Sydney Tower 120 decimal 5. Talk to you later.
120.5 for 1123. Thank you, sir.
Golf 556, descend via the start at 3,000 feet.
By the start 3,000 feet, Golf Romeo 516. Setting the auto brakes would be a good idea, Tony. The speed brake, probably another good idea. Landing lights can go on now anyway. It's about 5:30 here at the moment, so we'll be back at 7, so it's about an hour and a half away. And so after this, about an hour and a half from now, we'll be taking off again, probably with a different crew, a different motley crew. This to me is like the beginning of our vectors, isn't it? Oh no, not really. We get to Jacqueline, I suppose. Hey Smiley, thank you again. Hit us up with that emoji. Sick of seeing the ads. Thank you, mate. Spread the word. Now, if I'm going to, hey, Smiley, if I'm going to raid someone, who would you recommend I raid? I'm going to try that. I'm going to give that a try tonight if I bloody remember. I haven't tried this raiding thing yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it.
Golf 516, descend via the start at 2,000 feet from Jacqueline, fly heading 155.
Descend 2,000 feet and from Jacqueline heading 155, 516. That's not 155, 516. Alright, from here. Same shit, different bucket. Heading 155 anyway. Good man, Miles, I got to tell you that. Yeah, where that? You down yet, Grant? Funny, the old Ban the Bot t-shirt's almost become redundant. But I've adjusted a few settings and it doesn't seem to be such a problem anymore.
Here's now 521, contact Melbourne Centre 125 decimal 07.
Could I be 125 decimal, so just have 521. Good day, sir.
Anyway, Smiley, how's the feed looking to you? Like, everything pretty reasonable? I think it's sort of going alright.
City approach. Good evening. Qantas 444 with you at 10,000 feet, just after the river.
Qantas 444, Sydney approach, good day, runway 34 left, expect ILS approach, descend 5 star 6,000.
100%. Oh, thanks.
Expect 34 left to
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Taking a bit of fine tuning here and there, but the sound and things are so hard to sort of figure out for yourself. Like sitting here and trying to figure it out. It's just like, I don't know, you just need people to talk to you and go, yeah, that sounds shit. That sounds alright. I've learnt a lot about this stuff too.
556, turn right, heading 240.
Turn right, heading 240, 516. There we go, like a champion, turning right, 240. Got this. He's a good controller, William. Bloody one of the best, I reckon. He knows what you're doing. In my case, before I do.
Golf 556, turn further right, heading 250.
Further right, 250, 516. Alright. I reckon 254, William, myself, but thanks for worrying that much, I gotta say. Sort of a nice time of day to come in too, in a way. Just everything's still visible. You're not looking at like a black screen. These clouds look too good to be true.
Golf 556, 2.5 miles from Endeavour, turn right, heading 305, maintain 2000 to establish, runway 34 right, cleared ILS approach.
Maintain 2000 till they're established, and we're cleared the 34 right approach 516. So I might arm that little approach right now.
Qantas 444, expect further descent passing waypoint Boogie.
Expect to send a boogie. Qantas 444.
Slow down a bit.
Golf 516, report established.
Yeah, we'll report established 516. Localizer.
Qantas 444, just confirm QNH is set 1027.
1027, affirm. Qantas 444.
Check the tower frequency there.
You're indicating 5,600.
I'm indicating 6,000 exactly at the moment, sir.
Okay, that's weak.
Yeah, Sydney approach Golf Ram at 516. We've got the localizer alive.
Golf 056, thanks. 9 miles to run, runway 34 right to contact the tower 120.5.
Cheers, mate. Going to tower on 120.5, 516. So give the tower control something to do too. Thanks, William. Sydney Tower, g'day Golf Romeo 516 is established on the localizer runway runway 34 right 516.
Golf Romeo 516, good evening Sydney Tower.
Come on, didn't mean to go to 15, sorry. Go back to 10. Gear down.
Golf Romeo 516, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff. A correction, clear to land.
Yeah, be worried. Clear to land, runway 34 right 516.
Sydney Tower, Red 1123, have you got another aircraft taxiing towards me on Charlie?
Red 1123, you're on, bro. Oh, that's not good. Qantas 401, hold position.
What was you want me to take, Bravo?
Red 1123, I thought I gave you Bravo, but apparently my brain didn't work. Cross left onto Bravo, continue taxi to the bay of choice.
1,000.
Over to Bravo and, yeah, cross 25,
1,000.
Bay of Choice, 1123.
It all works in your head until you start using words. Getting 1419 contact departures. Getting 1419 contact departures.
Over the departures, thanks, see ya.
401, give way 3 to the 737 in front of you, then continue taxiing.
737, continue taxi.
My apologies, that was not supposed to happen.
It's all part of the real life simulation.
It's as real as it gets, Grant. Shut up.
I was paid to make mistakes.
Don't worry, one day you will be.
American 3, we are ready to taxi.
American 3 taxi to runway 34 left via Alpha, cross runway 25.
300. Minimums.
Got to be an airport around here somewhere.
$100.
Looking good, actually.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Oh, this American
10.
3 looks like a charts and all.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
American 3 Australian charts are available for free. Give me a quick second and I'll give you a link.
Got the clap from Karen, which is good. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, ball boys. Starting the APU now.
American 3, we got our charts ready to taxi.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, Smiley.
3 taxi to runway 34 left via Alpha, cross
It might look
25.
stupid, but occasionally you get shit right. 34 right. Gets the heart thumping though, I gotta tell you. Every time. Yeah, good stable approach. You wait till later. There a ground on? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, Tower Golf Romeo 516, clear of 34 right via Tango.
Golf Romeo 516, taxi, uniform 1, hold short Lima.
It's uniform 1, hold short Lima 516. I might get down this way. That looks like Lima to me. It wasn't a bad stable approach. Okay, so as I said earlier, we'll be back in about 1 hour and 25 minutes, potentially with another crew. Just going to jump off. That's him here. Thank you, William. Thanks, mate. Look, I'm just going to disconnect here because I've got to go and have dinner and come back for 7 o'clock.
Go for me 516 acknowledged. Good night.
Good night, mate. Hope we see you later on. Okay, so we're just going to pretend. Oh, there you go. We've got the APU running. So the APU generator on, landing lights off. Going to kill all that for the next crew. That can all go off for the next crew. APU bleed is on. Flaps up. Flight directors both off. Auto throttles off. Auto brake off. TCAS can go to standby. Down a detent. Kill the big engines. Unlock the punters. And we're done for another flight. Oh, and I'll just kill the yaw damper. And we're done. Thank you very much, everyone. As I say, we'll be back. Yeah, where are we? Hang on, I'll do that properly. I'll be back. Okay, take care. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for all the subs and gifted subs and all the rest of it in that feed. That was effing awesome.